very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you could see from the shot that just popped onto your screen, it is just me today. As you see, there's nobody sitting over here in the second chair. But today is our weekly Take the Points show here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Happy good morning on happy Friday, June 27th. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. The boys couldn't be here. Actually, it's my fault this time. I had to shoot it early, be earlier in the day because I have to I got a meeting or something later on today. But I'm shooting this on Thursday. I promise you, if I was planning on leaving and going to the Cardinals game in St. Louis today, I would have already done it. But no, I can't go to the Cardinals game today. I wish I could. But you still can. Maybe if you're watching this live, you just run to the stadium. This is Friday, June 27th. I hope you are having an outstanding morning. This is our weekly Take the Points show. As going to talk a little bit about baseball. Going to talk a little bit about the NBA draft, which night one was on Wednesday night. Night two is on Thursday night. I have, like I said, I'm shooting this Thursday afternoon, so we're going to have a little breakdown of the first round of the NBA draft. And then we'll also, as you see, occasionally I try to open people's minds to different sports. This week, I'm going to talk a little bit about the CONCACAF, the soccer tournament going on, and actually the semifinal is next Wednesday in St. Louis, so that'll be fun. But I'm going to talk a little bit about CONCACAF soccer today. But before we get to all that, let's tell you about some community events going on today and this weekend, the weekend before the big holiday. So, I mean, it's still a pretty good weekend. There's all kinds of stuff going on. For instance, over in Salem, the Salem Community Theater presents 3 times this weekend. They've got at 7 o'clock on Friday, 7 o'clock on Saturday, and 3 o'clock on Sunday. It is the old classic from the 1960s, Barefoot in the Park. Tickets are $10 for adults, $8 for students. There will be concessions available. You can view a list of information about the show on at wjbdradio.com. Quite a bit of information there. This is a lot of fun. Barefoot at the Park is, it's from the early 1960s. Jane Fonda and Robert Redford making a couple of their early appearances in the movies. A tremendously, what a cast to have those two guys as youngsters, and Jane Fonda does a beautiful job in it, as does Robert Redford. I think it was his first movie, so there you go. What else going on here on this gorgeous weekend? Over in Irvington. Now, do you know where Irvington is? That's just west of Centralia a little bit. It's the Irvington Homecoming this weekend. This is Friday and Saturday. Friday night, food, drinks, live music. The Crush is performing from 8 to 11 o'clock. Bags tournament will begin at 7 on Friday. Registration will start for that at 6. Smoking After Midnight food trucks will be there from 6 to 10. Beer truck open from 5 to 11 on Friday. Now, on Saturday, it's a wide open assortment of things to do over in Irvington. They've got craft vendors, a food tent, a beer tent, dessert tent. Oh yeah, kettle corn, live music, snow cones. Rick Runyon performing from 1 to 4. Hank Jordan from 5 to 8, and they're going to have a car show from 10 to about 3 o'clock. A little toot. We're going to be going around and driving the kids around, as well as a barbecue cook-off tasting at 1 o'clock. Kids activities from 4 to 7. Laser tag from 5 to 9 on Saturday. And then a cakewalk from 6 to 8. Plus beer poker in the tent. You can't go wrong with that. Edgewood Fest is also this weekend. Now, this will be, I've got all kinds. Well, let's just show you the page for the 49th annual June 27th and 29th, the 49th annual Edgewood Fest. We appreciate all our friends in Edgewood as you can go to Shorty's Bar anytime during this and have a good time. Shorty, a wonderful employee here at Wabash, owns a bar in Edgewood as well. Look at all those things going on. On Friday, you've got the Smoke the Beast Feast. The Edgewood, and that is at the Lincoln, the American Legion. The Opry will be running from 7 to 10. You may not believe it, but I've actually played the Edgewood Opry. I am I'm a big deal. Just teasing. But yeah, also on Saturday at the Edgewood Fest, look at all those things going on. The Indian Artifact Show, the 5K run at 7:30, trying to avoid the heat. Townwide garage sale. The chicken noodle dinner starts at 10. And I got to tell you, chicken noodle dinner on a very pleasant, warm Saturday afternoon, you can't get a better base laid down than a good chicken noodle dinner before you get going. And it is Saturday afternoon. It's supposed to be a smidge cooler this weekend than it has been. The heat wave's supposed to be breaking a little bit. Maybe that'll be very helpful. Like I said, the 5Ks in the morning. The feast is over there on Friday night. Pro wrestling. Zero USA Live Pro Wrestling at the Mason Township Park District. Concert in the park is going to be Big Spike Hammer and Jared Chestnut. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then fireworks at dusk on Saturday night. Look at that big time. And then coffee and donuts on Sunday, as well as the community church service. Big weekend in Edgewood. All kinds of different things going. What else is going on? Let's move to Saturday for a few events. There are a few events going on Saturday. Up here in Louisville, the Hoosier Prairie Baptist Church, in conjunction with the Bethel Christian Church, will be conducting a free food distribution at BG Distributors here in Louisville from 9 until 10 a.m. They're going to be in front of BG Distributors. Items will be there will be boxes. The items included will include meat, dairy, bread, other grocery items. Food boxes prepared for anyone, no income requirement, age restriction, or forms to fill out. If you need it, go down there and get you some food. There's no stuff to fill out for it, and help your family out. Just take care of your families. Food boxes are prepared for anyone. They're asking folks to line up on Main Street there in Louisville. Pull up, and then they'll place the basket or box in your car. Down at Act Tire and Auto on Saturday evening. Oh, now this is cool. It's a drive-through pork steak dinner fundraiser at Act Tire and Auto. They are helping. The proceeds are to help pay for the floor fireworks. That's cool. We've been talking about, they've been raising money down in Sisney at Alex Atwood's place for a while. Every Saturday they've had pork burgers. Now they're doing it in Flora. Folks are trying to get the best fireworks show possible. Tickets are $15. The meal includes a smoked pork steak. Hey, smoked, that's pretty good. Potato salad, baked beans, dinner roll, and a cookie. You can give Anna Rounds there at the chamber office a call if you'd like for tickets, 662-5646. Again, that is from 5 to 7 o'clock at Act Tire and Automotive. How about down at Fairfield? This is west of Fairfield. The 41st Ministry presents a scavenger hunt ride on a Saturday afternoon. This is at the Bridge Church. I got to tell you, I live in Fairfield, and I'm not exactly certain which one is the bridge. I think it's the one that used to be Canaan Wesleyan. I think that's now the bridge out on the west side of town. Scavenger hunt ride. They'll start at the church. Then it'll start. Registration starts at 9 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock. $20 per bike or Jeep, includes lunch. Kickstands go up at 9 o'clock. That's when you take off trying to find stuff. You're going to cruise through southern Illinois, stopping at marked locations, collecting specific items, and returning to the finish line for a chance to win door prizes and maybe even some cash. Maps and item lists will be handed out at registration. So get there at 8. Take a look at your at the items to get your map. Figure out how you want to go about getting it and getting back to Canaan Church first. Create a team, divide and conquer, or go it solo if you like. Multiple registration categories available. All proceeds for this go to help Christmas with a Biker. Christmas with a Biker. Help make the holidays brighter while enjoying a great ride with some friendly competition. Don't speed. It's unfair. It's unfair. It's against the spirit of the rules. And again, it all goes to help Christmas with a Biker. There you go. How about up in Effingham? What's going on Saturday in Effingham? The Ears Microchip event is going to take place at Rural King. Did I call it Kring? Rural King up in Effingham. Now, this is by donation. The Effingham Animal Rescue Society on-site microchipping at Rural King in Effingham from 10 to noon. No appointment is needed, and no geographical or number limit or quantity limit. So it's a free will donation, no cost to you. Give what you can. Help out the folks at the Effingham Animal Rescue Society, EARS. They do a wonderful job. Microchipping, I wish every dog had microchip. Every dog, every cat. That way, if it gets lost, you just it gets found by somebody, they just chip it or hit the chip, and the computer will tell them who's the owner. That's just outstanding. That is again at 10 a.m. at Rural King on Saturday. Beach Bash out at the Crossroads Disaster Relief NFP at Lake Sarah, presented by Crossroads Disaster Relief. It's a fun day at Lake Sarah Beach in the 2025 Beach Bash, benefiting Crossroads Disaster Relief and local area disaster and first responders. Activities include disc golf, auction items, sand volleyball, raffle items, pickleball, 50-50 drawing, and plenty more. That is, I had that on the wrong day. Well, no, I take that back. I did have that on the right date. That is Saturday from, activities will start at 9 a.m. And firefighter games at 12:30 on Saturday. Live music at 3, and then an adults only after party will be held at the Rusty Reel Bar. That's going to be a lot of fun. How about what else is going on the 26th, the 27th, maybe the 28th? How about the 27th? It is National Sunglasses Day. June 27th each year is a day to inform folks about the dangers of UV exposure. Wearing sunglasses is more than just a fashion statement. It's also about protecting your eyes from harmful elements, as the history of sunglasses can be traced back to Inuit tribes in the Arctic. Who knew that? In order to maintain vision from the glare of the snow and water reflections, the Inuits created an eye covering with slits in front of the pupils to control exposure to brightness. That's pretty cool. It's unclear who invented the first pair of sunglasses. We do know that as sunglasses improved, so did the idea of sunglasses. The initial design of glasses have been the same basically since the mid-1700s. Frames sitting on the bridge of the nose with arms resting over the ears. It wasn't until the 1900s when then they became a fashion accessory. National Sunglasses was, by the way, I don't know if those are polarized. I'm not sure that dog. It looks like that dog doesn't mind wearing them, though. He looks like he's having a pretty good time. The Vision Council Foundation created National Sunglasses Day back in 2009 to help remind folks about harmful UV rays. What else is going on this gorgeous June 27th? How about National Onion Day? Through all the years and sometimes tears, National Onion Day on June 27th recognizes the flavor and the aroma the bulb of the allium family brings to numerous recipes. Whether you choose a sweet, a white, a red, or the ever-favorite yellow onion, you can count on the onion to enhance the flavor of your savory recipes. While onion packs the flavor with tremendously few calories, it's also rich in vitamin C, antioxidants. Add onions to every meal to increase your dietary fiber and vitamin B6. Although if you cook with onions for the flavor punch, they can also serve up an economic boost as well as an industry. Onions add $6 billion to the United States markets. That's a lot of money. I would not have figured that onions added that much. The National Onion Association founded National Onion Day on June 27, 2019 to honor the anniversary of the association. They represent 500 growers, shippers, packers, and associated members, and they officially incorporated on that date in 1913. So there's been an onion association for well over 110 years. How about that? Who knew? I got to tell you, I do these food things, the National Day celebration type of things. I'd always say some are better than others. The ones today do not go together. Onions are okay. Sunglasses are okay. This is, though, one of my very, very favorites, ladies and gentlemen. This is National Ice Cream Cake Day. It lands on June 27th each year, and it brings two celebrations together under one delicious treat, cake and ice cream. Oh, yes, absolutely. There's some good-looking, look at that ice cream cake. That would be... What do you do? I mean, are those ice cream cones up top filled with ice cream, or with I think that's just frosting on that? My heavens. Order an ice cream cake from your favorite bakery or make your own to share with friends. Whether it's for your baseball team or your favorite hairdresser, ice cream cakes come in all sizes to fit the celebration. And while you're celebrating, be sure to give a shout out to your favorite ice cream cake maker too, as it's just you can't. I mean, that's a gorgeous one as well. Look at all that raspberry and blueberries on top of that thing. It's got a couple of strawberries in there, some cherries. Oh, yeah, that's a good-looking ice cream cake. The Gerardo family and Cupcakes for a Cause submitted Ice Cream Cake Day back in 2018, and the Register proclaimed the celebration to be observed on June 27th annually for Ice Cream Cake Day. Yum. I think they ought to be doing Ice Cream Cake Day every 2 or 3 months. Every month. Yeah, that'd work. What do you want to see on television tonight? This Friday night, it is the Cubs at Houston. That'll be at 7:10 this evening. It is Cade Horton versus Brandon Walter. That's on Marquee, Channel 367. The Dodgers will be at the Royals, Dustin May versus Noah Cameron. That's at 7:10 o'clock. That's on MLB Network, Channel 357. You have the Giants at the White Sox. That's at 6:40. That is Sonny Gray that is Landon Raup versus Aaron Savali for the White Sox. That's on Chicago Sports Network, Channel 353. Cardinals are at the Guardians. Sonny Gray versus Luis Ortiz. Apple Plus. Sorry about that. No regular TV for the Cardinals tonight. If you want to watch the NHL draft, you can do that on ESPN. Round 1 tonight on ESPN. But why would you watch it? The Blues don't even have a pick. Well, wait a minute. The Blues do have a pick. I think they're picking number 19 or 20. So, yeah, it starts at 6. Turn it on around 8 or 9 o'clock and be able to see who the Blues get. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce. Back right after these. We're going to talk a little bit of soccer, a little bit of baseball, a little NBA draft. Back after this. Watch out.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Did you watch the NBA draft on Wednesday night and Thursday night? Does that not float your boat? Actually, I was busy. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I've been able to rewatch a little of it, see some of the intriguing things that happened. There were a few question marks. Nobody really had any doubt that Cooper Flagg was going to be the number one pick. But then, as you got down further into the draft, there were a few surprises. Dylan Harper was not a surprise at number 2. Everybody kind of saw the number 1 and the number 2 going in the order that they went. There is Cooper Flagg. He was an outstanding athlete and outstanding forward there for Duke. Had a great career in college, and he just for a 1-year career, he's a one and done. By the way, just to let you know about all of those top it would be all of the top. When do you finally get to somebody who played more than 1 year of college basketball? Number 18, I think, is the first player who played more than 1 year of college basketball. Or check, maybe Carter Bryant did. Yeah, Carter Bryant did as well there at 14. Yeah, the first 13 picks were Cedric Coward might have as well at number 11. So, but he played. Yeah, he was good. He was at Washington State. He was going to go to Duke this year. He's played probably 3 years. But yeah, the top 10, all either from Europe or one and dones in college. And speaking of that, look at there, you have Casper Yakashonis at number 20, followed by Will Riley at number 21. How about that? We'll talk a little bit more about both of those as we talk here. But again, the first pick, Cooper Flagg. The second pick was, like I said, Dylan Harper. This guy is really good, and he went to the he went to the Spurs with a pretty nice draft as they come out with Dylan Harper. A lot of folks thinking that Dylan Harper will be the perfect complement to Victor Wembanyama over in San Antonio. He probably is. You folks wonder. You see this. You see two top 5 players for Rutgers, number 2 and number 5, Ace Bailey, both from Rutgers. How in the world did Rutgers finish under 500 last season with 2 top 5 picks on the team? Well, that's kind of the similar thing I'm talking about with when you have first-year players. Basically, the NBA draft, they're drafting on whether you're good, but also your potential. And there is a ton of potential for both Ace Bailey as well as for Dylan Harper. And that's what they're drafting on. The other surprising thing there about Ace Bailey goes at number 5. He refused to work out with the Utah Jazz. Bailey was surprised when the Jazz picked him at number 5 because he wanted to go number 6. He didn't want to. He had basically told everybody in the top 5 after Dallas and after the Spurs, I don't want drafted by you, Philadelphia, or you, Charlotte, or you, Utah. I want to go to Washington, which had the 6th pick. So he told he set up the occasional workout and then didn't go. He kind of screwed up is what he kind of did, but that's how he was doing it, and it didn't hurt him. He ends up getting picked with Utah. The one that I'm happiest about, though, is like I said, our boy Kasparas Yakashonis picked at number 20th, and I think that shocked a lot of folks that he was still on the board. He was the 11th ranked player on the ESPN lists. He was this kind of surprising thing. The thing is, he goes to a Miami team that he'll be able to play immediately. He landed maybe in the best desirable situation of any guard prospect in the draft. Miami was a team desperate for shot creation and playmaking. He'll also fit in perfectly from a culture and toughness perspective. He can play in any backcourt position, which gives significant flexibility when he's alongside Tyler Herro. And it really wouldn't be surprising to see him show up as their future point guard at Miami. And you know the other cool thing about Miami? 2 things about Miami that I always thought were pretty cool. You've got Eric Spoelstra, the head coach. He's, I guess, now probably the longest tenured head coach in the NBA with Popovich leaving. If Popovich, would anybody else be in between him and Popovich? So you have a coach who knows what he's doing. But you have one of the finest evaluators of talent in the world, Pat Riley, picked him. And I love seeing that Pat Riley picked Kasparas Yakashonis to go to Miami. That's just really cool. I'm real pleased. So, what surprised you about the draft? Anything jump out? How about this fella, Derek Queen? And this was the tricky part of the night. Queen gets drafted by Atlanta. Atlanta trades him immediately to New Orleans. So Derek Queen out of Maryland is going to play with Zion Williamson at New Orleans. Derek Queen is a freshman, but he can play. He's going to be a star. He went number 13? Yeah, 13 to Atlanta. Gets traded to the Pelicans. He is going to be really good. But the tricky part about it is that the Pelicans gave up next year's pick, and it's an unprotected pick, meaning the Pelicans might stink next year, and Atlanta will get their number 1 pick. So the Atlanta already has a superstar. They're going to be a solid team. They're going to win 50 games, maybe 55 games, and they might have a top 5 pick next year. That's pretty good. That's interesting. But Derek Queen can play. He'll be fun for the Pelicans. He can play. Here's what the current championship odds look like. Not much change from because of the draft. So just kind of an early NBA championship, and congratulations to the OKC Thunder. Can you believe it? Oklahoma City only won it Sunday night. Seems like it was 5 weeks ago. They won it Sunday night. Let's come back talk a little about, you ain't going to believe it. We're going to talk soccer. Back in a sec.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywine, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Appreciate that. As we're talking about today, it's our sports and gambling show. It's the Take the Points show. We do this weekly. Usually have one of the gang of four here along with me, or gang of three, I guess, here along with me, but just me today. As we're going to talk about the Have You Been Watching? All right. Have you been watching the CONCACAF Gold Cup? I got to tell you, if I know my audience, there may be three of you who have been watching this. I'm one of them. I enjoy. I don't watch much soccer during the league years, like with MLS. I don't watch much MLS. I don't watch the. I watch a little Premier League. I don't watch much of it. The international stuff, I can't get enough of it, and it's really it's really kind of confusing that I can't get enough of it because it's not as good as soccer. It's like, I guess it's kind of similar to how you can compare it to how folks will watch college basketball maybe over pro basketball. Now that's two different kinds of basketball. You've got you've got a running people who are just shooting long shots. The styles are entirely different between the NBA and the NCAA, the college basketball. But folks enjoy the college basketball. A lot of folks enjoy the college basketball more, even though the NBA is the talent level disparity between it and the NCAA is immeasurable. Now, it's not quite like that in soccer. The top leagues are certainly much better than international teams can be. That's because basically all these leagues are bringing together the good top leagues are bringing together guys, all the gigantic paid guys, and they don't often, when you get to that level, you occasionally do not put an emphasis on international. I'll talk about that a little bit more. Here's what the Gold Cup looks like now. I didn't even bother talking about. Well, I guess I do have. I do have the standings, don't I? Yeah. Here were the standings for the group stages. The group stages are finished. It was a round robin setup. Group A was Mexico. They ended up winning it with 7 points and goal differential to knock off Costa Rica. Costa Rica, the top two teams in each group did advance to the knockout rounds, which are the quarterfinals, which are what are this weekend. You see Mexico and Costa Rica advanced, Canada, the Honduras advanced. You've got Panama and Guatemala advanced in the Group C. The United States wins Group D. They scored 7 goals. I don't believe they gave up any goals. Now that I think about it, and Saudi Arabia able to advance. Maybe the U.S. gave up 1. But yeah, they cruised through. And that's an interesting thing for this year's U.S. squad. It's a different U.S. squad than you may have been used to seeing and bringing back to my other point a minute ago. This is a different U.S. squad than you've been used to seeing with the World Cup or some of the other tournaments. There are the top 4 or 5 players in the U.S. are not playing in this CONCACAF because, for one thing, now usually when you have the Gold Cup, it's a qualifier for the World Cup. It's not this year for Mexico, Canada, or the United States because next year's World Cup, they are the hosts. The 3 countries are the hosts of the World Cup. So they don't have to look at this as a qualifier. If you're a World Cup host, you're automatically into the World Cup. So they don't have to look at this as a quarterfinal. So or as a qualifier. So the top players like Christian Pulisic, Reyna has not played. There are numerous top players not playing on the U.S. squad during this CONCACAF Gold Cup. They're still doing very well. Here's some of the players that, but I couldn't name any of those guys. They're basically, I don't want to call it the second team, but it's not the top guys, but it's still a lot of fun to watch. Here's what the quarterfinals look like. It's going to be the United States versus Costa Rica, and then you also have Canada Canada versus Guatemala, and those are taking place on Sunday night at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and both on the same night or same day, but that's inside, so that'll be nice and cool for them up there. The State Farm Stadium, I believe that's inside as well. That's out in Glendale. Panama versus Honduras on Saturday afternoon, and Mexico versus the Saudi Arabians also on on Saturday evening. They did put it at nighttime, maybe, so it'll make it easier for fans to get to it or not, because it's probably pretty hot out in Phoenix as well. Then those teams go to semifinals. The winners of those games go to the semifinals at St. Louis. That's the soccer field there in St. Louis, which only holds about 25,000 people. So that's going to be a packed house. Levi Stadium out in Santa Clara, that's where the 49ers play. That's where I'm guessing. Now, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably going to be Mexico versus Honduras, and it'll be the United States versus Canada on the semifinals next week. That is July 2nd, next Wednesday, with next Sunday, July 6th, being the finals. It's a ton of fun. Again, here are the group stages, and it's this weekend. It is in this country. And I hope you enjoy it. Oh, doggone it. Well, let's get that back to that. There we go, back to me. It's a lot of fun. Watch the soccer. You'll have a good time. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to take a quick break, come right back in a sec. Yeah, that's working. Sweet.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Sorry about that little technical glitch, but it's over. Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. It's our weekly Take the Points show. Appreciate you tuning in today. Let's talk baseball. Have you been watching the Cubs and Cardinals this week? That's been kind of fun. Like I said, I'm shooting this on Thursday afternoon, so I don't know who won the series as yet. I know the Cardinals won the first two. The Cubs won the game 3, And Thursday afternoon is the chance for the Cardinals to win the series or the Cubs to tie the series. We'll find out what happens as time passes by. But taking a look at the National League, the Cubs do lead the Cardinals and the Brewers. The Brewers have just been winning on a clip. They've won their last 2 in a row. They're 7-3 in their last 10, just like the Cardinals. Also 7-3 in their last 10. They're all getting there are basically some haves and have-nots in the National League. And the Cardinals and Cubs have been, and the Brewers have all three been just beginning to, well, the Brewers and Cardinals are chasing the Cubs. Cubs are not running away with it in the National League Central. Then you look down at the West. The Dodgers are finally beginning to take command as they now lead the Padres and the Giants by 5.5 games apiece. The Giants have lost a couple in a row. They've only won 3 out of their last 10. That's not going to go. That won't get it done. But right now, they would be in the playoffs. They'd be in the postseason, one of the Padres and the Giants. The Cardinals would be out of the postseason. They have one more loss. They'd be the 7th seed. Only 6 teams make it. How about the East? You have the Phillies and the Mets. But look at that. The Phillies have caught the Mets as New York has only won 2 out of their last 10 games, while the Phillies have won 6 out of 10. Phillies have taken a half a game lead up there. What's that do in the odds? Well, I think we looked at this last week. The Mets and the Phillies were about the same. That's quite a bit. That changed quite a bit. This might, if you like the Mets and you feel good about them and think they're going to turn it around, you're getting plus money here. That might be the chance. Now might be your chance if you're a contrarian and you want to bet the Mets. The Dodgers are 16-1 to win the division. And I'm surprised the Giants are ahead of the Padres that much. Padres have had some pitching issues of late. And then you get down there to the NL Central. Even though it is so tight, Vegas loves the Cubs. They think the Cubs have what it takes. They are not prohibitive, but pretty heavy favorites in the NL Central. How about the American League? Here's what the American League looks like right now with the Yankees and the Rays up at the top of the East. It's very close. You've got the Tigers getting away from the Guardians right now. The Guardians over 500. Cleveland is where the Cardinals are playing this weekend. I'll get a close-up view of that up there. And then you have the Astros beginning to bust a lead out on the Mariners and the Angels. Although the Mariners and the Angels have had a pretty solid last 10 days, you got to hope the Astros lose. And the Astros are 14 games over 500. Long way for the Mariners and Astros to catch up. So the close one here, the Yankees and Rays. I'll bet you the Yankees are still heavily favored. Yeah, minus 300 over the Rays at plus 480. And then you've got the Blue Jays well back. The Red Sox, what's happened to the Red Sox? They're just under 500 now as they've gone 4-6 in their last 10. You've got the Astros. I'm surprised they're not that farther out in front of the Mariners as a betting favorite. And then the Tigers are. Nobody's thinking in Vegas. Nobody is thinking the Guardians can come back and catch the Tigers. So there you have that. How about the World Series right now? The Dodgers are just, they were actually a little bit lower than this previously. So the Yankees have caught up a little, the Tigers have caught up a little, but the Dodgers are a pretty low number there, a pretty heavy, it's not a heavy favorite, they're the favorite, but they're still plus money. If you feel like taking a flyer on somebody and you like somebody's pitching, this might be the time to jump in on somebody like the Phillies at 10-1 or the Tigers at 7-1. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick look at the betting markets for the MVP and Rookie of the Year and all that kind of give you an idea of who has who and who has good players and the top players moving forward. To can teams make a run and catch some of these top teams? We'll do that in just a second. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back after this.
This is Christy inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's take a look at some of the award possibilities of in the Major League Baseball. Now, this is sometimes it's a popularity contest. Sometimes it really kind of depends the mood of the sports writers. It's really fascinating if you've watched the MVP markets over the years. Sometimes they just feel like, this is X player's turn. X player has been this was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's turn in the NBA. Now, granted, he probably was a deserving MVP, as they basically in the NBA tend to pick the best player on the best team, the team they think is going to win. In the American League, I'm not. Well, the Yankees are the favorite, and Aaron Judge is having one of the best seasons in the history of baseball. I got to tell you, I'm surprised he's only 14-1 to win. And the reason that he's only 14-1 to win is because of Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh at plus 450 there. That might be worth throwing $1 or $2 on, because people love this catcher from Seattle. He has he's a regular guy. I think voters can not sympathize, they empathize with him. They feel like he's one of them because his nickname is the Big Dumper. I'm not going to tell you why his nickname is the Big Dumper. However, it is, I will tell you the reason that they say his nickname is the Big Dumper. It's not the real reason, but his nickname, he was named in college because of his sizable posterior. And he's using that, and he is hitting the ball with his he is using his legs. Let's put it that way. And maybe he can catch Aaron Judge, who is having one of the finest years ever. Maybe Cal Raleigh, because he is a fan favorite, and Aaron Judge has won recently. That's a possibility. I don't know. In the American League Cy Young, you've got Tarek Skubal, who won last year. And he is the favorite this year. He's a negative money favorite he's minus money to win it. Derek Skubal's having another great year. That's the thing. He probably will win the Cy Young. And Detroit having a heck of a year, as we just showed you. Detroit, an outstanding team. 10 games up on Cleveland. They've got a fine team. And you have Jacob Wilson, who's having a great year, basically blowing everybody out for a Rookie of the Year. It's just one of those type of things. Then you look at the National League. Pete Crow Armstrong is trying to make this a race with Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani at minus 560 or whatever it was there. Yeah, minus 560. I'm still kind of surprised it's that close. Look at the Cubs. They have 2 players in the top 4 of the NL MVP, and I think that occasionally you get writers who they just get sick of voting for the same guy. And in the top 3 there, you have Shohei Ohtani, who has won it a time or two. You have Ronald Acuna, who has won it a time or two. Look at that. Ronald Acuna is 2,800. That might be the guy to bid on, or the guy to bet on is Acuna. He is having an outstanding comeback from knee injuries last year. Ronald Acuna is killing it down in Atlanta, but the problem there is Atlanta's under 500. They're not winning. They're not winning games, and if you're looking for a bargain, Acuna might be the guy, but I'm just not sure I would. How about the Cy Young? The tricky part about the Cy Young is pitchers get hurt, and you don't want anybody to get hurt. And I'm not saying that I want anybody to get hurt, but a lot of times for a guy like Andrew Abbott, who pitches for the Reds, he's there at 29-1. I saw him pitch Sunday. Andrew Abbott was dominant Sunday against the Cardinals. He's having a heck of a year. He looked great. You've got Zach Wheeler pitching tremendously well for Philadelphia, a first-place team. Logan Webb out at San Francisco. They're not doing that well. You've got Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who has been injured. He just coming back now. Sonny Gray at 40-1. Chris Sale at 40-1. You'd have to be crazy to bet on Chris Sale. He's hurt. People are crazy. Maybe he comes back and shuts everybody out toward the end of the year. How about where is Paul Mizorowski? He is not even on that list, but he'll be on this list. Jacob Mizorowski for the Rookie of the Year. He has come in and just pitched like a house on fire for the Brewers. He is off to an incredible start and has jumped into the Rookie of the Year lead. But this is wide open in the National League Rookie of the Year. Bubba Chandler hadn't even come up yet. So, I mean, a lot of these things, you're just taking a flyer if you're wanting to bet on awards. You're not going to win much unless you have a favorite that you want to throw money at and feed some money and see if it works. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not going to do any of that. That's just crazy talk. I did last year, lost. Hey, thanks for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey this week. We'll see y'all next week on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Have an outstanding weekend.